Hey, what's going on, guys? CodeWZ here, and welcome to Season 2, XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. Now, as I said in the They Won video, we are going to take our time with this a little bit more. We're going to watch all of the autopsies. We're really going to try and customize our soldiers and get to know each one better. And as the series goes on, I would love for you guys to write in the comments different suggestions or name for soldiers or things like that. So that way I can just kind of involve you guys in the series more. But with that, we're going to go ahead and start. So here's what I've decided to do. We're going to run not created equally, and we're going to leave that on. But last time I played with hidden potential on, which means that there were random rolls when your soldiers rank up for like stat increases. But I found that towards the middle of the game, some of them were getting terrible rolls and they were just no longer useful, even if with not created equally they started pretty strong. So because of that, we are only going to play with not created equal, and then I change it so that they don't have 4 health. They'll guaranteed have, or they won't have 3 health. They're guaranteed have 4. But we're playing with that, and there's a lot of different mods, such as making sparks completely different, completely overhauled. Magnetic weapons are now laser weapons, amongst a lot of other changes that you guys will be able to see. A lot of cosmetic stuff, so I'm excited. We're gonna play on Commander yet again because I've yet to beat the game on Commander. Beaten veteran and rookie many times. Reduced beginner VO, of course. Now, toggling options. In the exact same way, we're going to turn timer on because I just really dislike the alpha strike running people just super far into it. I just think this allows for a better time in my opinion. So we're going to do that. And we are actually going to be playing on the XCOM 2 War of the Chosen soundtrack this time, as last time we were on Enemy Unknown. So, and then at the end we're going to do UFO defense. But if you guys want a specific one, just let me know. And with that, roll the cutscene. Oh, with Iron Man. Oh, and of course, with the integrated content.
Accessing the feed now. We're in. But I don't know for how long. You seeing this? Way too much security, even for Advent.
That's no ordinary gene therapy clinic. They were telling the truth.
Or they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap. We'd need an army to march in there right now.
I've got a better idea. Outrider, this is Central. Go.
Timeline you placed upon us, mistakes are bound to happen.
It wasn't our fault. Please!
There's no need for any of this. I will do what you ask of me. I just need additional time. Did you say something? You're one of those? You must understand. I had no choice.
Outrider, report.
So, you do exist. Outrider to Avenger, I have visual confirmation.
Are you sure?
Reapers are always sure.
I'll take your word for it. Cover your tracks and get the hell out of there. They can't know we were here. Yet.
Understood. Now the real war begins.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Remember, only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gate crasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Now that we've got a foothold, it's time to take the fight to Advent. We're heading into the city center to take down a public target. Something that will get people's attention. Neutralize any security forces in the area. Keep your heads down.
Sounds good. So, as always, I always think it's hilarious because the speaker literally just looks evil. Like, that dude actually is off the evil blunt as soon as the game... I mean, it hasn't even started yet.
Menace 1-5. We have a fix on the target. Move to place the X4 charges at the designated position.
So, there are quite a few mods in this series, and actually it looks like we start with a Reaper, David Morrell, so that's pretty cool. But up here, you can see that we're able to switch between different people. Not sure if I'm going to keep it, but it shows their rank, it shows what type of class they are, as well as their health and their turns, it looks like. So, I guess we'll just start moving forward. Also, as you can tell above, we can see things like the amount of health they have, their mobility, their aim, and the amount of damage they could do. So, that's insane. Also, 24 mobility? Well, that might be the craziest I've ever seen. This is 100% going to allow us to see someone. Okay.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Fair enough. Just move everyone forward. And after this turn, let's take a look at who we have. So we have James, Constance, Karen. It actually says... Did it say their name above them before? I don't think it did, so I actually kind of like this. Now what we could do... So we move closer, we could throw a claymore. But it would guaranteed kill all of them, so I'm not 100% on that. Instead, I think we should do... is we're going to line everyone up and do a stereotypical Overwatch trap, and we will just hope that no one misses. 7 damage off the rip. Let's go. Let's go, David. And he's not seen. Alright, surely. Did no one... Okay, sure. That's a random sprint. Okay, that's really... Okay. I have no idea what happened. Oh, it didn't pop. I see what's happening here.
Move into position.
Okay. So we were still in concealment because they didn't pop. So that's cool. Okay, Constance Richard, James Hall, and Karen Porter. We all have very good shots. Although Mr. Constance has the worst, or Mrs. Constance, excuse me, has the worst aim. So we're going to open up with her. And I think we'll have an Overwatch. And then we'll just see. We'll just see what happens. Lovely stuff. Rolled 4 damage on that one. Constance is now a squatty. And we'll try with James. See what we can do. James misses, which is definitely not ideal. Let's see. Everyone else is out of turns. So, there's no way... Okay, we actually haven't used our turn, and we're going to do that. It'll allow us to keep concealment and get a guaranteed kill on that trooper. So, adios. I love Reapers. I would have been fine with a skirmisher as well at the beginning, but Reapers are just so busted, especially when you have 24 mobility. Are you kidding me? Okay. Can't see anyone yet, but let's just kind of... Oh, no, that is a misclick of misclicks. That is like... Wow. Okay. I don't know how else to say it. Mr. James, I loved you like a brother, but you are 1000% dead. Like it's not even a question. Okay, so we know the loot. That's also another benefit of this mod. It shows who has loot, and so who not to blow up. Wow, this is really bad. Goodbye, James. Do we take the 49? I mean, if anyone's going to hit it, it's Karen, right? Like I said, if anyone is going to hit it, it's Karen. And David to clean up. David, you are responsible for James's death, like, unironically. Although you're still not revealed, so I kind of love you. Yeah. Oh, that is so dumb. That is so dumb. Goodbye, brother. Okay. Overwatch, so they don't want us to move. You're gonna take a shot. And that misses, thankfully. Okay. We got options on options. Got options here. We got options on the flow. So what I'm thinking is we have to get rid of the Overwatch. So we'll use Constance. Might kill, but we'll at least blow up, and it doesn't, which, in my opinion, is pretty ideal. Is this a flank? It is. And we'll use Karen to hopefully hit this officer. Lovely stuff. The officer is now down. And what will our hit chance be? We can't see the hit chance. It'll probably be pretty good, though. So, let's go ahead and try and clean up. Lovely stuff. And because the grenade didn't kill, we still have the loot available. And we are in full cover. So that is really good. And what I'm thinking is we can use... Ooh, goodness. Is there any way for us to see the trooper? Yeah, that'll probably be like a guaranteed kill, though. Well, let's see if we can do it in one turn with them. Gosh, dude, Reapers are literally broken.
Area is secure. We're not picking up any inbound contacts. Scanners are clear.
So let's go ahead and see what kind of loot we got with Constance. Hair trigger and an agility BCS. Now, that's something that I want to do with this run very intentionally, is to use the different upgrades we have early on, because we just didn't last time. And there we go. Gatecrasher, Operation Gatecrasher is done. Classic, just counter xenoterrorism. We love it. So that went well, except for the misclick with where we put Mr. James.
Allow these dissidents to fill our hearts with fear. Their victory today is a minor footnote in history. A small bump on the path of salvation the elders have set forth for us.
Rest in peace, James Hall. You didn't really contribute. You didn't really do much, but at least you went.
One Reaper left standing. You can bet they're still in the fight. Finger on the trigger.
So we actually went ahead and got Corporal for Reaper.
Means of resistance. But our people fight for the same reason. For the world we once knew. Together we will end this occupation. Or die trying.
Alrighty, and you look very similar to Mercy, actually. The kit you have, which is pretty crazy. So let's see what we have for Corporal. So we have Remote Start, detonate an environmental explosive, causing it to deal double damage within twice its normal radius, does not reveal the Reaper. Blood Trail, shots deal +1 damage if the target has been wounded. And Hollow Targeting is also useful. Now, Remote Start is really useful in certain maps. It's very niche, whereas I feel like Blood Trail is more useful in general, but if there's a situation where we can use Remote Start, I mean, that's essentially a free kill without them being found out.
Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
I am stoked we got a Ranger this early, because if you guys remember in the last season, we didn't have a Ranger past like episode 4. So I'm very excited. Miss Karen Porter is going to be a monster. Let's see about Richard.
Some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
Also, genuinely lovely. I always love a specialist. I think specialists are probably one of the best classes in the game in terms of just how balanced they are. They can kind of do everything, which is very nice. So we did get an agility thing, which allows us to dodge. Very useful, as well as a hair trigger. So that's very cool, but let's go ahead and talk to Tygan, as it seems like he wants to talk to us.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tygan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
Genuinely love Tygan. The dude is always doing good stuff for us. So, again, looking at the different things we can do, we have 3 days, 3 days, 5 days, and 10 days. I am going to go ahead and prioritize modular weapons, so we're going to break down the Advent rifle that we got and take a look and see what goes on with that.
To be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
So we also got a really nice roll this campaign with the amount of machinery rooms, because that's going to give us alloys, as well as having 2 exposed power coils on the 3rd level, not even the 4th. So that's lovely. Let's see what Shen has to say.
For wanting to keep an eye on Tygan, but at this point, we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, especially because Tygan was a former Advent researcher, but let's see.
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
It's lovely to meet you too, Miss Shen. So looking at the items we can build a flashbang, a medkit, or a smoke. And it sounds weird, we're actually going to build both a flashbang and a medkit early on. Genuine reasons for that.
On the back of his head. I wonder if anyone made sure his chip was actually removed.
So let's go ahead and pay our respect to Mr. James.
I've spent a lot of time thinking about these gene therapy clinics lately. It's tempting, right? You can treat your body like garbage and stop in for a quick tune-up and you're good to go. Of course, if you believe the rumors, you might also get yourself turned into an Advent burger.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look here at who we have. So, of course, we have David, we have Constance, we have Karen, and then we have some other people. Now, what's crazy to me is actually we have two geniuses off the rip, Andy Cartwright as well as Constance Richard. Lots of standards and a few above average intelligences. Now, any standout aim? I mean, Karen's aim is great. Of course, our Reaper's aim is great. And we have mostly 5 health on our rookies, which sounds good. And everyone has pretty low will, although Constance has 60. So Constance is probably going to be a pretty active active person in our rotations. Andy has 14 mobility as well, so that's really enticing. Andy could be an absolute monster. But with that, let's go talk to Central.
Commander, good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry. Not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.
Lovely, thank you as always, Central. So it looks like the first rumor we have are supplies. So our resistance in West Asia have told us that there's some supplies over here. Man, these campaigns have started in Asia a lot for me, which is interesting. Not my favorite bonus.
People have thrown off the shackles of alien oppression, and through discipline, we have survived. We don't rely on the aliens' technology, and we would never live in their cities. We are the hunters. We move in the shadows, and we won't sleep until the last alien is dead at our feet.
So we have a few decisions to make. We need to figure out what we want to build in our very first room. Normally, in the base game, you do a guerrilla tactics school, and we definitely still could. It would allow us to train our rookies to be squaddies of some kind of class that we want, but I just think the resistance ring is so useful, and the earlier we get that up, the more benefits we'll have. It's like modular weapons are done.
In our research.
So, let's see here. We've had the troops taking through scrap piles and looting corpses, and at this point it's safe to assume they're on constant vigil for anything we could use to improve our gear. All the raw materials in the world won't mean much if I can't find a use for them, but I think this modular weapon system is a good start. Having pushed our existing designs about as far as I thought possible, the integration of a few key alien components provided the much-needed stability we've been looking for. With these modifications in place, we should be able to attach larger upgrades for even more firepower. The troops will like that. From Shen. So, we now can research pulse weapons, which is the mod that changes mag weapons over to lasers, because I just don't like the mag weapons. But I think with that, let's go ahead and research hybrid materials, which will allow us to get nanoplate vests. We did get the supplies done, which is wonderful. We do have a distress beacon over here for a scientist, which actually is very, very enticing. I think getting pulse weapons up quicker than we did last time will be very helpful. But we do have our first guerrilla op, Operation Moonstank. Moonstank? Fair enough. Where we have to hack a workstation on a train. We'll get an engineer, and it's easy. I'm loving this because we do already have a specialist, so we'll be able to hack from range, which is nice. And one of the mods that I have now is actually a hacking mod where if we have a successful hack, it will buff their hacking by 5 with each successful one, which is really, really cool. So I think let's go ahead and bring David and... Actually, do we want David? No, we don't. I don't think we want David. I think we're going to bring Constance as our leader. We'll bring Karen as her right-hand man, and then we'll bring 2 rookies. And I think, let's go ahead and bring Andy and Marina. And we'll go ahead and give Cartwright our flashbang, just in case, and we'll give our med kit over to Constance. But that is all the time I have for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful night wherever you're at, and peace.